Every year, millions of men and women wake up with shortness of breath, fatigue, or swollen feet and tell themselves, "I'm just getting older." They go about their day, unaware that these could be the quiet footsteps of heart failure, creeping closer one unnoticed symptom at a time. The truth is, heart failure doesn't arrive overnight. It's not a single dramatic event. It's the slow collapse of a system that has been silently struggling for years. And by the time most people realize what's happening, the damage has already taken root. Your heart is a tireless pump. It beats more than 100,000 times a day, pushing life through nearly 60,000 miles of blood vessels. But when this pump weakens, when even a small part of it begins to lose its rhythm, your entire body starts to feel it. The early signs are easy to dismiss because they masquerade as everyday fatigue, aging, or stress. Yet each sign is a coded message from your heart, warning you that it's falling behind. And if you learn to read these signs early, you can stop the breakdown before it steals your strength. The first sign is shortness of breath, especially when climbing stairs or lying flat. You may feel as if the air around you has thickened, or your lungs can't quite fill up. What's really happening is that your heart's left ventricle, the chamber that pumps oxygen-rich blood to the body, is struggling. When it weakens, blood begins to back up into the lungs, filling the air sacs with fluid. You're not out of shape. You're literally trying to breathe through water. This isn't a heart attack. It's a slow drowning from within, and it's one of the earliest red flags the body sends. The second sign is an unrelenting fatigue that no amount of rest seems to cure. You wake up tired. Simple tasks drain your energy. The reason is simple. Your tissues are starving for oxygen. The heart can't push enough blood forward, and the body begins rationing energy like a city facing a blackout. Muscles weaken. Focus fades. You feel older than you are, not because of time, but because your heart is running on low power. Then comes the third sign, an irregular or racing heartbeat. At first, it may just feel like anxiety or stress, but in truth, it's your heart trying desperately to compensate. When blood flow drops, the brain sends a message: beat faster. The heart obeys, but each rapid beat is less efficient, less full, like an engine revving high with no traction. Over time, this frantic rhythm only makes things worse, exhausting the heart further. The fourth sign is one that people often confuse with allergies or a lingering cough, a persistent, sometimes frothy or wheezing cough that won't go away. This is fluid escaping from the lungs into the airways, a direct result of the same backup we talked about earlier. The sound you hear isn't just in your throat, it's your heart's struggle echoing through your chest. The fifth sign is perhaps the most deceptive. Sudden weight gain of 2 to 5 pounds in just a few days. You might think it's water retention, a dietary slip, or the scale playing tricks. But what's actually happening is that your kidneys, starved of blood flow, begin holding onto salt and water in a desperate attempt to fix what they interpret as dehydration. The result? Your body literally floods itself from the inside. Each of these early signs points to one truth: the heart is weakening and the body is compensating. For now, it's coping. But this balance is fragile, and every skipped heartbeat, every shallow breath, every extra pound of fluid brings it closer to failure. The sixth sign often arrives quietly, swelling in the feet, ankles, or legs. At first, your shoes feel tighter. Then, by evening, your socks leave deep marks. What you're seeing is edema, a buildup of fluid that gravity pulls to the lowest points of the body. When the right side of the heart starts to weaken, it can no longer push blood upward efficiently. The result? Fluid pools in your limbs, and every step feels heavier. What began as fatigue now becomes visible proof that the heart's pump is losing pressure. But the body is clever. It keeps trying to adapt. And that leads us to the seventh sign: frequent urination at night. Many people laugh this off, blaming age or late-night tea. But what's really happening is a shift in circulation. During the day, fluid collects in the legs. When you lie down, gravity releases that fluid back into the bloodstream. The kidneys suddenly face an overflow of blood volume, and they respond by pushing out more urine. The reason you're waking up at night isn't your bladder, it's your heart, struggling to keep up with its own backlog. Then there's the eighth sign, one that can quietly rob people of sleep: the inability to lie flat without feeling suffocated. Known as orthopnea, it happens because when you recline, the excess fluid in your body redistributes toward your chest and lungs. For someone with heart failure, lying down becomes like slowly sinking underwater. Many people start propping up pillows or even sleeping in recliners without realizing they're accommodating a failing heart. By the time the ninth sign appears, daily life feels like climbing a mountain. Carrying groceries, walking upstairs, even brushing your teeth can leave you breathless. You're not lazy or weak. Your heart simply cannot meet the body's demands anymore. Each beat moves less blood, less oxygen, less life. Muscles starve, and exhaustion turns into despair. It's the body's final plea for help before collapse. And then, the 10th sign, swelling in the abdomen. The belly feels tight, clothes fit differently, and there's often a dull heaviness under the ribs. This isn't fat. It's fluid, pressing against your organs, your liver, your intestines. It's called ascites, the body's last attempt to handle a pressure system that's completely out of balance. The heart can no longer move blood efficiently, so the body begins storing it anywhere it can. Each of these signs tells a story of pressure, resistance, and decline. Yet here's the powerful truth. Heart failure isn't destiny. It's a signal. The same process that weakens the heart can be slowed, even reversed, if caught early. High blood pressure, insulin resistance, smoking, obesity, stress. These are not random curses. They're choices and patterns that can be changed. The heart may be failing, but it's also incredibly resilient. Give it oxygen, movement, real food, rest, and it can fight back. Most people think heart failure means the end. In reality, it's the body's last attempt to communicate before the end. Those subtle signs, the fatigue, the breathlessness, the swelling, are not annoyances to ignore. They are alarms ringing beneath the skin. And if you listen now, you can still rewrite your story. So the question becomes, how many of these signs have you been ignoring? Comment your thoughts below and tell us which symptom surprised you the most, because awareness is the first step to protection. Your heart doesn't fail overnight. It whispers for years before it screams. Pay attention before that whisper becomes silence. Your heart has been with you since the first second of life. It has never asked for rest, never skipped a day's work. But every poor habit, every sleepless night, every ounce of stress you've stored away, it all becomes weight the heart must carry. And when that weight grows heavier than what the heart was built to bear, it begins to falter. That's when the early signs appear, not as punishment, but as warning flares in the dark. But here's the twist most people never realize. Heart failure isn't always permanent. The heart is a living muscle, capable of recovery, capable of renewal, if given the right environment. Cut out the silent saboteurs: processed food, sugar, alcohol, smoking, and constant stress. Move more. Walk, stretch, breathe deep. Every movement pumps life back into your circulation. Every healthy meal lightens the load on your arteries. Every night of restful sleep gives your heart the rhythm it's been begging for. There's also a deeper truth. Emotional health is cardiac health. The stress you carry, the anger you hold, the anxiety that never seems to fade, all of it constricts your blood vessels, raises your pressure, and steals your energy. You can't separate the physical from the emotional. They are two sides of the same pulse. So healing the heart means calming the mind. The people who catch these signs early, the ones who act on them instead of ignoring them, often reverse their fate. They rebuild endurance, They restore breath. They wake up one morning and realize the heaviness is gone, replaced by lightness, clarity, life. That is not a miracle. That is biology meeting awareness. So if your body has been whispering, with fatigue, with breathlessness, with swelling, stop brushing it aside. Listen, because your heart is still fighting for you. The question is, will you fight for it? You have one heart. Protect it. Nurture it. Keep it beating strong. Because once it stops, everything else does too. Your health journey doesn't end here. If this video opened your eyes, take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to Nutrizlab, your trusted source for clear, science-backed health education. Visit www.nutrizlab.com for expert wellness tips, supplement insights, and in-depth product reviews that help you live longer, stronger, and better.